Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs and pokey yokes. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dough. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I'll take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can thank the thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun? Or sold my soul for the tongue? Or death since I was young? Or got some voodoo done?
Namaste, namastizzle, peace, many blessings, peace and blessings, Legacy Sigma. How are you, sir? What's going on? I am the one and only, the diabolical one, Magick Lacroix. Today, I think our winter's over with already. I don't know where any of y'all are at, but it is currently 68 degrees today. Sun is out. It's like a nice spring day. I think, honestly, our winter might be over with already. So we got that 1 week of frigid weather. And give me 1 second, y'all. I have to take this. Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is the FedEx solution. Looking for George Madison.
Speaking. It's me, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello there, George.
Yes.
I have called you for today with your tracking number ending in 127.
Yes.
And I just wanted to inform you that this call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes.
Okay.
I have called in for today since will be needed your email address since I'm now coordinating with the station where your package is right now. And once they have any updates about your shipment, I'll be sending it right away to your email.
Okay. It's Magick. I'm sorry. MAGICKMAN43@gmail.com.
Just to make sure that I got it correct.
Mhm.
And for my A Alpha G goals, I need the C Charlie K Kilo M Mike A Alpha and November 43@gmail.com.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that information.
Mm-hmm.
Again, apologies for the delay of your shipment. I will do my best here to give you any updates. I'm Bea, and I will be the support ticket manager for the support ticket that was created today. Last January 31st. And once we have any updates from our station, I will be sending it right away to you. Have a good day, George.
You too.
Thank you so much for answering the call.
Bye-bye. I try not to be rude, y'all. I really do. But they, in the interest of saving money, they hire people whose language is not English. And so that can make that creates such a language barrier that it gets frustrating for us customers. You know what I'm saying? So they can't communicate well, and it's just like, I'm just trying to get you off the phone, to be honest. You know what I mean? So sorry about that. That was a package that I'm expecting. Tennessee got hit really bad as far as weather last week with the snow and the ice, and their hub got not damaged, but it caused all these delays from shortage of staff. It just caused a whole lot. So FedEx is just fucked up right now. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, peace and blessings, Legacy Sigma. Peace and blessings, King. Cosmic Chaos, gratitude, Mooney, peace. You know what I mean? But honestly, they don't care. The people who's at the top, they just do not care. You know, they've been doing this shit for years. They hire these people over in India and the Philippines, and we're the ones who suffer because of it. You know what I mean? They just don't want to pay people over here. It's ridiculous. But anyway, that's what you just heard. That was unintentional. That wasn't supposed to be part of the live. But I was trying to get off the phone. For one, I couldn't understand shit she was saying. Not really. So, I don't like to be rude to people, but anyway. Peace and prosperity, Sister Righteous. How are you? Now, it's Brick up here, as someone said the last live. Yeah. Outsource it and customer service jobs to save money. Right. They've been doing it for so long now. You know what I mean? They outsource. People lose jobs here. And all they doing is saving money. This is how the rich stay richer. This is how billionaires, they stay billionaires. You know, but again, they know that we can't do anything about it. I mean, what are we actually going to do about it but complain? All right. They have a division for complaints and retention. They got divisions for all that. So they factor that in at the end of the year. They factor that in as expenses. I'm telling you, business is cutthroat. It really is. Once you really understand how it works, they're not losing any money. So anyway, I ain't trying to talk about that. You know what I mean? The mic is a bit low. Okay, thanks for saying that. Let's see what's going on with the mic. It's on the right device. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. How does this sound? And the layoffs are crazy high. Right. Oh man. I spent years in customer service. I did it for Capital One. I did it for Sally Mae, if y'all remember that. I did it for Sprint. I did it for Sprint. I've done it for quite a bit of years, and it's all the same, no matter where you go. High turnover. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I've seen today makes me want to get off the internet because I can't believe the amount of stupidity that's still going on around the internet. You know, it's just, but anyway, I could not, y'all remember Mr. Rogers? I remember Mr. Rogers, right? AI is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. It's getting better, you know, but when I saw this, I could not stop laughing. I looked at it for about 10 times in a row. This is crazy. Check this out right here. This is absolutely crazy. It's funny too, because after that phone call, I just want to laugh now.
Mr. Rogers?
Because they don't like it. Why do lesbians go to Sports Authority?
Why, Mr. Rogers?
Because they don't like dick.
Yo, you wild, Mr. Rogers!
Why do lesbians go to Sports Authority?
Why, Mr. Rogers?
Because they don't like dick.
Yo, you wild, Mr.
Rogers! I'm sorry. Oh my God, that is so funny to me. I got a weird sense of humor, y'all, but that is hilarious to me. The Dougie, god damn, that was how many years ago? Sheesh, 2000, what, 6, 7? something like that. Of course, the Grammys just passed. Kendrick Lamar won a lot, and I couldn't tell you half of those people. I didn't watch it, but I couldn't tell you pretty much none of those people. I know Kendrick Lamar. I know Lady Gaga. Other than that, I could not tell you who any of those people are. You know, right? Mr. Rogers in the neighborhood doing it. They released the Epstein files. I don't know what niggas gonna do about it now, but Nicki Minaj is in the news for not just standing behind Trump, but the other shit she's doing is just like, wow. Crazy. I went back today. Shouldn't have. I went back today and watched a couple of those cam videos, those body cam videos, that cop videos. And it seems like since I stopped watching those, they have gotten worse. The entitlement that I see, the stupidity that I see, that these cops have to put up with, unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable. The one I'm talking about in particular, this woman was on the run for 3 years, 3 whole years. Every time she got pulled over a couple times, every time she gave her sister's name, her sister's identification. If that had been me and one of my brothers, we fighting on sight. You know what I mean? Because she did it for 3 years. They tricked her and they finally caught up with her. She was on probation. She had a couple warrants, right? Check out what this woman says here. She hid for 3 years, but check out what she says. Not only was she resisting arrest, check out what she was saying.
I don't understand what's going on.
You know exactly what's going on. You keep giving your sister's name because you have warrants, right? So this shouldn't be a shock to you, okay? You've been hiding your warrants since 2019. You've gotten stopped multiple times. You keep giving your sister's information every time you get stopped. There's a reason you give your sister's information, because you have warrants. Like, let's be an adult.
I had to do all of this.
Okay, let's be an adult.
Though? But why was
because you've been hiding since 2019.
So what? Maybe I don't want to be found. You ever thought about that? Like, seriously?
She said, just in case you missed it, she said, so what? Maybe I didn't want to be found. Did you ever think about that? Did they really? Hey, what's up, astrology bitch? I didn't know they released that. Okay. Right. Exactly. What's up, Green Eyed Crow? What's going on? Yeah, Lord. Entitlement. Exactly. Entitlement. Peace, D, how are you? The amount of entitlement, y'all. I swear. I went away from it for a reason, because it was fucking with my energy. Looking at sisters in particular behave in the manner that they behave, and then the childlike mentality, really childlike mentality. This woman didn't even stop. You know what I'm saying? She was wanted for grand theft. Grand theft. All right? She stole people's, or her sister in particular, her identification. She's on the run for 3 years. 3 years. And said that. Not only that, she didn't want to go to jail so bad Here's how this is like looking at a little child try and get punished. Matter of fact, fuck it. I am going to show y'all what happened at the end of this. Fuck it. This will be the last time I do it, though. I'm not going to keep doing this. I really don't want to do it. But I don't think I'm describing accurately the childlike mentality a lot of these people have. Okay? Watch what she says here.
Come on. Get in the car. Be an adult.
Man, I can't do this.
Be an adult. Get in the car now. Sure. Let's be an adult. Okay?
I can't do this. I do this. Come on. I work too hard. Everything I have, this is not
Get in the
work.
car now.
I work too hard, man. I can't take this away from me.
Get in the car now.
Please.
Let's treat you like an adult. Come on.
I promise you, this is not the worst that I've seen. I promise you. Entitled children is who said that? Right, exactly. How can you be that entitled? I've seen another one, these sisters who racked up a $300 restaurant bill and then dashed, and then had the nerve to get an attitude with the cops because they got caught. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't gonna keep showing these. That's not what we do here. But I couldn't believe how much worse it's gotten. It's been at least 6 months since I watched these videos. And the ones from last year have gotten so much worse, y'all. Exactly. Grown children. Exactly. Grown children. Arrested Development. Yeah. What's up, Chikezi? Peace. All right, enough of that. But it's just crazy. Absolutely insane. Another one, thanks to Katrina, that showed me. That's why I said the stupidity on the internet is just, it's amazing to me. Because check this out. Katrina just sent this one to me this afternoon, and I couldn't believe it. I had to watch it a couple times. I think this woman was serious when she said this.
Stop asking me if I'm a man or a woman, because my dad is a man and my mom's a woman. That would mean that I'm mixed. So you have to stop asking me if I'm a man or a woman, because my dad is a man and my mom's a woman. That would mean that I'm mixed. So
That's my point, Mooney. That's my point. That's my whole point. I know, and my wife corrected me. I know I shouldn't be showing these videos. Well, yeah, I shouldn't take up precious time showing these kinds of videos. But the way people are regressing, like Mooney just put it, it should concern all of us. It should concern all of us. She said her dad's a man, her mom's a woman. That makes her mixed. What's up, Prox? Yes, she did just say that. Yes, she did. You know what I mean? Yes, she did. So, whew. Right. Exactly. with the way people are regressing and becoming stupider, the way the celebrities are not just dying out, but crashing out. Sha'Carri Richardson got arrested again. And you know why? She acted like one of these people you see on one of these regular people you see on these cam videos when she got caught trying to talk her way out of a ticket. She was going 104 miles an hour. 104 miles an hour. You know what I mean? She tried to talk her way out of a ticket. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. This isn't her first arrest. She's been arrested for putting hands on her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Here's a short. No, never mind. I don't like this. Give me a second here. The cop that arrested her was not playing with her, though. You know, 104 miles is reckless. It's dangerous. You can't go that fast, especially not in a 65 miles per hour speed zone. You can't go that fast. You will end up fucking killing somebody going that fast. You see what I mean? You can find it on YouTube. I'm not going to go with that, but yeah, exactly. She tried to talk her way out of it. Fuck it. Let's look at it. Fuck it. How you spell her name? I found it. It came right up because I think it got a lot of views. Okay. Here we go. Right here. Yeah, that is attempted murder. Not only was she going that fast, she was flashing people to get out of her way. You know what I mean? The cop who stopped her, he wasn't even playing with her. He said, look, you're going to jail. You know what I mean? You could tell he was just like, he was not fucking playing with her.
People come to us and their teeth are so bad that they all need to be extracted. They all need to be taken out.
You're flashing them to get out of your way, are you? I would wipe that smile off your face. I'm Sergeant McGarry with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. You're being stopped for dangerous, excessive speeding.
I understand my tire at the back is like literally on 29.
So you're driving at 100. Hold on. You're driving at 104 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone with subpar equipment, flashing people to get out of your lights, out of your lane, following too close, using every lane to pass everybody, cutting me off, passing a car on the inside shoulder with their hazard lights on. You're going to jail for dangerous, excessive speeding.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. My phone, I didn't even know my car was speeding.
That's why they give you a speedometer.
My car was speeding.
I really do not want to go to jail.
Most people don't, but you got to think about that before you do the speed. I need your license, your registration, and your insurance. You were speeding.
So I was, and I totally didn't know. If you look at my phone, my buttons right here, they jump around. My phone was sitting here and it slid on here. I literally see it's not even in normal mode, and I see that. My apologies. Please, I communicate.
The mode has nothing to do with your gas pedal. No, I need your license, your registration, and your insurance.
Please, sir, I really want to work. Can you really work for me, sir? I promise you, I am a law-abiding citizen. I have my ID, my X-rays on my phone. There was no intention of me speeding today. I promise you, sir.
Is this a good address for you, Lake Valley Drive?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm local, sir. Please work with me. I promise you.
I don't know what work with you means.
Not work with me. I understand that. I will take the ticket. I will show the
No,
court.
like I told you, you're going to jail.
Please don't allow me to go to jail. Please, sir. Please.
Listen to me.
Please, sir. I really.
It's nothing you say is going to change that. You are going to jail.
Sir, am I going to jail, Jack?
Yes.
Sir, I really was not meant to intentionally speeding.
That's even more scary. That means that you're doing things unintentionally on a task that requires all your attention.
Sir, please, I'm begging you.
You are going to have a little bit of time to make some phone calls. You are going to jail. I am towing your car.
Please, sir, don't take me to jail. I will do everything.
No.
I will do everything.
You have two options.
Listen. Sir, please.
Listen, you have two options.
Please, sir.
The first option is you can either ride with me in my car,
Damn, that's loud.
The second option is you are going to go to jail in a cage car. Which do you prefer?
I promise you, I don't want to go to jail. I'm right here. I have a team here. I have a coach. Everything. So I was not intentionally doing anything, and I am.
You're not listening. You're repeating yourself and not listening. Nothing you say is going to change.
So I want to.
So make some.
So he was like not trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this so many times. The tears start, and then the fast talking. You know what I mean? And right, get out. My brain cells right. Too late. Yeah, I would have arrested stuff for stupidity. Oh my God! If y'all ever get bored and want to watch stupid people get arrested, it gets worse. It gets worse than that. These two things that I just showed you. Stupidity, it really should be a fucking crime. It really should. You know what I mean? Right. Her voice changed and everything, talking about, I did not mean for my car to go. Yeah. Namaste, Katrina. Namaste. The homie Katrina. The officer was trying to hear nothing she was trying to say. You know what I mean? This is crazy. The world that we're living in is just regressing, y'all. It's regressing. I swear it's regressing. Lord have mercy. Lord, help these people. Please help these people. And to think that we volunteered to come here to do this shit. So how's y'all month going? How's y'all Black History Month going? Oh my God. Serena Williams has lost weight. I don't think it's her. I really don't. The weight that she's displaying now, that's just, I don't think it's her, right? This Ozempic shit and all this other shit that they using, I don't know. But this look like Serena Williams to y'all? Look at that. That's supposedly Serena Williams. Are you kidding me? I don't think so, but I don't know. She's not stupid. That's giving her credit. Right. Right. TJ. I think so too. Mooney. I think so too. I don't think that's Serena Williams. What they're doing with these celebrities is ridiculous right now. They either killing them off or they doing some really stupid shit. No, say it ain't so. Vanessa Williams too? I didn't see that. But don't say that. I don't want to see Vanessa. Oh yeah. Oh goddamn. Really? Oh good grief. What does she look like? I hope it ain't bad. I haven't pulled it up yet, but I can't really see. I don't see any really good pictures of her, but yeah, apparently she has lost weight. It's crazy. Is it that bad? Jesus. Oh, good grief. I saw LaToya Jackson recently. This might be her right here. That's no. Ugh, good grief. I guess if they lose weight, it's easier to present them to the public as that being them. I don't think I think these are clones. I do. And you know, they've been cloning people for a long time, so that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Is it really? We know Lizzo's done it. Um, she's still big, but she lost a lot of weight. Yeah, she's still big, but she might be. Well, I think she did Ozempic too. But the weight, yeah, it is wow. They all look a mess. If you ask me, do you remember this Mandela effect of Luther Vandross and Vanessa Williams singing "A Whole New World"? I do, I do, and now people is actually not there or something. Um, yeah, yeah, you know, that's crazy. What they're doing to their bodies is absolutely crazy. I hope that none of y'all do this to your body. Please love yourself for the way you are. You know what I mean? Please love yourself for the way you are. Nothing is that important. You can lose weight by fasting, doing a whole bunch of cardio. Okay. You can do it naturally. You do not need these. They're hiding. They're hiding the side effects of these drugs. You know what I mean? They are hiding. They're not presenting it to the public. They're just showing these people after they lose the weight. Okay. Um. Anyway. Oh Lord have mercy. Okay. Let's do something else here. Let's switch. Let's switch.
Prejudices can kill. Suspicion can destroy. And a thoughtless, frightened search for a scapegoat has a far result. The children and the children yet born. And the pity of it is that these things cannot be confined to the twilight.
Now, as I said, whenever you see an alien that is dealing with the Illuminati, go get the movie Day the Earth Stood Still. Day the Earth Stood Still. That whole movie is about alien who is a human coming to Earth, talking about a galactic confederation, a united universe. And they had created robots, automatons, to keep them in check.
Automaton.
Understand that.
NPCs.
And came to Earth and said, look, y'all motherfuckers are savage. Look, you're starting to shoot rockets in space, you're starting to explore. If you don't calm yourself down and join the motherfucking Federation or whatever, we're gonna have to fucking turn the robots on and kill your ass. I mean, how many times we've seen that with Terminator, all this stuff, Clone of the Attack with Star Wars, constantly giving you these automaton as their particular protection. And that's what you see the Nazis, ATF and all that with the black uniforms are. Those are programmed sleepers. Programs with visual implants to see better, night vision, with all kind of robotic parts and nanochips. Understand that? This is real. This is real. And they are creating, at this particular moment, a clone army, if not done already.
You hear that?
A clone army. Cloned around a chip. They'll take the DNA, get the chip, and clone the brain around the chip. And the chip, once in that brain, when the clone is fully grown, the chip begins to connect with other chips that are in the body.
Nanobots. And
those chips are connected fiber optically.
Fiber optic.
You see?
Nanobots.
Go get the tape by Phil Valentine dealing with Brian Wrong, who has a chip in him. Breaks that all down. But in this particular Twilight Zone episode, gotta remember, what they used a HARP machine to control the emotions of the people in this town. Understand that.
They're still doing
now,
it.
what's interesting about that is that they came out with a few movies just recently dealing with the same shit. You got Resident Evil. What happened in Resident Evil? A virus got out and everybody went rage. Went crazy. Everybody's going wild, turned into zombies or whatever. Then you had Night of the Dawn of the Dead or Night of the Living Dead was remade and done over again. And what happened? There were rage. Then you had Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever, they went upstate or wherever they went and drank some water and they began to rage. Understand that. Go see 28 Days Later. What happened in 28 Days Later? Again, you had rage. So they constantly bombarding you with these rage scenarios. What does rage mean? Riots, city fight. That's what that means. And all they got to do, if you think that you won't do it, all they got to do is flip a switch, and based on you not understanding what mind control and electromagnetic energy is, you become susceptible to the rage. Understand that check this out. If a person comes before you with anger, yelling at you, you react with anger. Most people, the average person. Or someone, whatever, step on their foot or smack you, walk up a stranger, walk up and hit you, you automatically will get, your anger or your rage is triggered. You see? But if I stepped to you and I said, look, there's a guy across the street or whatever coming up to you and he's going to start yelling at you and hit you, you are already now beginning to prepare yourself, you see, consciously and physically.
And I am trying to tell y'all, this is why I'm constantly saying that you have to prepare yourself, because this is the shit that you're dealing with now. He was way ahead of his time, y'all. And the stupid shit that you're seeing is a direct effect from what they're putting in the food and the water and the chemtrails. And what happened 6 years, now 6 years, what happened 6 years ago? Okay. All right. None of this is a coincidence. It's all by design. I feel like the boy who cried wolf because I'm constantly saying it. But it's getting worse and worse and worse. You see what I'm saying? Worse. Exactly. Yep. Green Eye Crow. Yes, these people who get on that Ozempic, they look very funny to me. You lose muscle mass, and they look old. And my cross the, I ain't gonna say it because you may see this, but they look very, very funny, like walking skeletons. And they lose their weight too fast. It puts the body in shock. Okay. It's as if they are trying to push weight loss using pills and be lazy. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. You know what I mean? Here, take a pill. Every time you go to the doctor, what do? They want to prescribe medication. All right. How many doctors actually tell you work out or do this or use these natural supplements, natural herbs to heal yourself? They would be out of business if they told you that. Cyborgs, indeed. Very much cyborgs. Time to gas up. Great depiction was Kingsman. That's a great depiction. Thank you, Green Eye Crow. That is a perfect example. I was surprised that a lot of people did not catch on to that particular movie. Kingsman, The Secret Circle. Okay? Kingsman with Samuel L. Jackson. Dressed like Diddy. He was supposed to be Diddy in that movie. All right? Isn't that odd? He's supposed to be Diddy in that movie? Man. Voice to skull technology is very real. Like I said before, they're not hiding none of this shit anymore. Why should they? For what reason? locked us down and put up those 5G towers and fiber active every super. Exactly. I don't know how many times I said this, you know, about the 5G. I was like, look, it's dangerous. They're going to do a lot of stupid shit with this. When I say stupid, I don't mean stupid like retarded. I mean, you know, just diabolical shit. And here's the result. These people crashing out and doing stupid shit. Tammy Roman, Randy Jackson, Missy Elliott, Fat Joe, the list is endless. It really, really is. You see what I'm saying? Here's what Phil Valentine said, though. Remember, he said this. This might not be a well-known lecture, but here's what he said.
Can only exist upon the surfaces that are created. The idea about matter, it is a surface. It is the onness of being, not the inness of being. The Sephiroth steps into two worlds. That's why you see it separated into 3 and 4 and into 3 and so forth. The actual, when it goes from the top 3 to the bottom 3, which is the masculine and then the base of the feminine, the Caucasian has the ability to see the surfaces that the Sephiroth represents, to only see that which is radiated to a point where consciousness that he possesses can. Otherwise, he needs an artificial penetrator, which is his technology. Remember, I said that the Caucasian amplifies his ability to see in through artificial technology. He has to amplify his way from the surface, from outward, so he can see in. You already possess the technology, because that's the reason why you're being educated out of the ability to see within yourself. The first thing that you should learn, the first book of life, is you. But they take away that ability so that you see the surfaces and you interpret the surfaces the way he does. See, the only way into the higher Sephiroth is through interpretation. If he continues to savage your consciousness with his interpretation, then he destroys your ability to see and interpret the world from the time you're a child. Your interpretation of the world and how you are caught up on surfaces is what keeps you in which world, whatever world. So he has the ability to penetrate surfaces through his technology. But his technology now, in order for him to get to the point where he can see that, will overtake him and then rule him, which is the lot of those who are caught up in the world of love. If you live in the world of surfaces, then use the surface technology to try to penetrate that surface. The intelligence that you are trying to create, which is supposed to be what you are, will automatically, by seeing you as imperfect, take you over. And you're now becoming on what the intelligence that you created says, rather than the intelligence that's supposed to grow organically from within you and interface directly with you.
Exactly. You know what I mean? This is why I tell y'all to study self. See what I'm saying? Invest in, remember I'm saying invest in your brain. I say I put a whole bunch of energy into investing in my brain. You know what I mean? Certain supplements I take increases my brain power. The binaural beats, you know what I mean? The mushrooms, okay? Certain herbs. All right. How else are you going to combat all of this that's going on around there? What Phil Valentine was talking about was the Clipper or the Sephiroth in the Kabbalah. Okay. Batman is the perfect superhero to explain what Phil Valentine was just talking about. Okay. Batman has no superpowers whatsoever. All right. He uses technology to be a superhero. He's a millionaire, so he can afford all the gadgets that he has. He has no superpowers. He works out. That's about it. Okay. He has a suit that and absorb energy when it's hit, and bullets can bounce off it. I mean, you know what Batman can do. You know what I mean? But the shit that's coming out now, I mean, it's sad. It's absolutely sad. And this is why I talk about it so goddamn much. Again, I still feel like the boy that's crying wolf. I got my new batch in. I can't believe what they look like, man. They sent me some good ones. Stuff like the Amanita muscaria. Look at that. That is huge. You see that? That's a mushroom. I got quite a few big ones here. Here's another big one. Amanita helps rewire your brain, y'all. The gods left this here. This is one of the tools that they left here. Spiritual technology. Okay? Spiritual technology. All right? This was one of the purposes of magic. Okay? Some of the Goetia demons can help you. I've said all this before. It is really becoming redundant, but for those of you who have never heard me say it, though, there are certain deities that can help with increasing your spiritual powers, their clairaudience, clairsentience, psychic powers, okay, remote viewing, all right? With them savaging everybody's consciousness, how are you going to exist in such a world where it's going to be really, literally, Night of the Living Dead? How are you going to live amongst a society like that? There you go, right there. Alchemy. That's exactly right. Green Eye Crow is exactly right. You transmute whatever they try to throw at you. Exactly. All right. You can't test the retest. Okay. Hold on. Let me see something. This is why also I say none of them are your friends. Absolutely not one of them. None of them, none of them, none of them. Okay? None of them. Fallout, I've never heard. Have y'all suggested this to me? Because I've seen y'all talk about this before. Where can I find it? And so I can put it on my queue. All right. I remember saying Denise Alvarado, I got the new Hoodoo Almanac. Okay. She's a really good resource for New Orleans Hoodoo or New Orleans Voodoo. New Orleans Voodoo and Hoodoo. Okay. This is a great book. It really is. All right. A year's worth of conjure wisdom, folk history, and cultural insight. Each page is a doorway into the lived traditions of hoodoo, conjure, and root work. Where history meets magic and the ancestors speak through oracle, that is this almanac. Okay. Denise Alvarado and Carolina Dean. Okay. I got both of them. Here's the Hoodoo Almanac 2025. Okay. This is ancestral technology. Remember that term, ancestral technology. Okay. For people who refuse to forget, inside you'll find rituals, spells, divination spreads, and astrological insights, alongside historical records and cultural commentary, all grounded in traditions that were never meant to be erased. All right. Both books are excellent. But the Marie Laveau Voodoo Grimoire, another great book by Denise Alvarado. Okay. A practical guide to New Orleans style magic inspired by the life and traditions of Marie Laveau, the eternal enduring queen of New Orleans voodoo. The Marie Laveau Voodoo Grimoire is a working spell book created for the modern witch and conjure worker that provides formulas and recipes for solving the problems of daily living and enhancing quality of life. More than just a collection of spells, the Marie Laveau Voodoo Grimoire contains tips and recommendations for improving one's spell crafting skills and living a magical spiritual life. Okay. And witch queens, voodoo spirits, and hoodoo saints. Okay. She takes us on a magical tour of New Orleans. A mysterious spiritual underbelly hides in plain sight in the city, and Denise shows us where it is and who the characters are. She recounts where these figures came from, explains how their spirits persist and manifest today. Witch queens, voodoo spirits, and hoodoo saints shines a light on such notable spirits and folk saints. Papa Legba, Annie Christmas. How many of you have heard of her? Black Hawk. How many have heard of him? African American. I hate that term. African American culture hero John Saint Malo, Saint Expedite, Plague Saint Rock, and of course the mother and father of New Orleans voodoo, Marie Laveau, and Dr. John Montagne. Alvarado uncovers an enchanted secret history and reveals details even locals may not know. Check out Denise's work, y'all. You will not be disappointed. Amazon Prime. I'm assuming it's a series, and it's about. I'll find it. Matter of fact, tonight, I think last night I watched Doomsday, so I think I got time tonight to watch to find it. And if you have the blood, you already activated, and you already know, King. If you got the blood, you already activated. Dr. Phil Valentine will be live with 363 Empire today. Mooney, can you give me the address or the link? Can you link me up? Here's another one. Check this out. Again, courtesy of the homie Katrina.
The ancestors always show you signs of them receiving your food and your offering. And they're not technically eating the food, but they're taking the life force from each one of these items, because each one of these items, food items that's on this plate, both represent something that my family and I requesting or asking for them to do for us in our life. And the fact that the food ain't moving off the plate, they ain't sliding off the plate, they ain't doing much, I would say that the ancestors approve. So what you give, you get in return. And I love when the signs are showing. The ancestors.
The comments is what you got to look at, though. People are clowning, saying you can't. What that comment said: wasting food and talking to ghosts. Our ancient traditions are still under attack. Of course, the ancestors are not physically eating the food. It's an energy exchange. You know what I mean? They're not fit. It's like Christians refuse to comprehend the traditions and what they really mean and represent. It's like there's no arguing with Christians. They are under a spell. So if you come in contact with any of them, I suggest you don't waste your time. I really suggest you do not waste your time. It's an exercise in futility to argue with a Christian. They are under a mind control spell that is deep. They are not letting it go. Okay. The fact that people like Creflo Dollar, Kirk Franklin, and T.D. Jakes, the fact that they're all still in business should let you know that the spell that these people are under has a hold on them, and they are not letting it go. You are wasting your time. All right? You heard it here. You are wasting your time. Especially with family members, you are wasting your fucking time. Move on. Okay? Just move on. It is not worth it. It really is. As a matter of fact, they're getting worse too. All right? And then you have people that are, this is another thing that's getting worse. Here's another thing that's getting worse right here.
Unk. Unk does not mean uncle, guys. Unk does not mean uncle. Does anyone know Unk does not mean uncle? What does it mean, Wyatt?
It means uncool, but like...
I just found out what unk means. It means uncool.
Did anyone else know that unk means uncool?
I just found out that unk means uncool. And
respectfully, shut the fuck up. God damn. Do you ever shut that trap of yours? No? I say that.
we absolutely need to start gatekeeping our culture. It's gotten to a point where white people feel so entitled and comfortable taking Black culture, especially AAVE, and whitewashing it to the point where they think they own the terminology and the usage of something to redefine what it means. Unk means one thing, and I'm not going to explain what it means to y'all because y'all don't need any further explanation to try to steal and regurgitate it back to us. But I know one thing unk doesn't fucking mean, and unk does not mean uncool. You know what's uncool? That you guys can't come up with your own slang. Back in the day when I was growing up, you guys had some cool ass shit you would say. You're on thin ice, pal. Oops, I'm just gonna scooch right past you. Get a load of this guy. Newsflash, pal. You guys have so many cool things that you could do and come up with yourself, but you are stealing Black speak, trying to make it something else, and telling us that unk means uncool. On the first day of Black History Month, please stop. Stop.
Unk
does not mean uncool. It never meant that. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that's getting worse. Okay? Them misappropriating just about every fucking thing that we do in our spaces. All right? It's not, I hate having to put this disclaimer here, but this is not racism to call it out, but they are getting worse with taking our culture, rebranding it, and reselling it back to us. They are getting worse with that. That's getting worse. All right. Stupidity is getting worse. The Christianity is getting worse. All these things are getting worse. So you have to be on your P's and Q's, y'all. You know what I mean? It is exhausting living in America right now. It is literally fucking exhausting. Okay. It is exhausting having to deal with all this shit. You know what I mean? What else can you say? What else? Unk means uncool. I've never heard that before. Yes, exactly, D. Exactly. The people who think their votes matter, or, you know, that anybody who, listen, it's a big club and you are all not part of it. Just because those files were released don't mean a goddamn thing. They are all part of that club. I need y'all to understand that shit. They are all part of it. All right? It's a big game seeing y'all react to it. That's my homie Katrina. They'll take everything but soap and water. Katrina. Woo. Oh, here's one more, y'all. Katrina is the shit. That's why she's the homie. Check this out.
She said, the wonderful thing about central bank digital currency is inflation is no longer a problem. If you have inflation, you just freeze everybody's bank accounts. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. So central bank digital currency. Central bank digital, the important thing to understand about central bank digital currency in an all digital financial system is it's not a currency. It's a control grid. Now, the process to implement central bank digital currency around the world is being overseen by the Bank of International Settlements in Basel, Switzerland. And the Bank of International Settlements is owned by its members. The New York Fed and the Fed are both, the Board of Governors are both shareholders in the BIS. 63 of the top central banks are in the BIS, and they are running a process with a major partnership with the Federal Reserve to implement CBDCs, and they're prototyping around the world. In 2020, October 2020, there was a panel at the IMF on cross-border payments. Jay Powell, chairman of the Federal Reserve, was there. Augustine Carstens was there. And Augustine Carstens said the following, and I'm going to play this for you in a second. But I want you to know I was basically raised and trained to be a central banker. I was asked to be a governor of the Federal Reserve and declined. But I was raised that way. And one of the things you're raised to understand is you never, ever, you use pretzel talk. You never explain clearly what you're going to do. You talk in circles. And this was the first time I had ever seen a central banker in English explain exactly what they were planning on doing and why. And I almost fell off my chair. And if you think I almost fell off my chair, you should have seen Jay Powell's face. Okay, so here's Augustine Carson's 57 seconds explaining CBDCs.
Aren't our analysis on CBD?
I'm not going to play the whole thing because I got to go, actually. But everything has just gotten so much worse, y'all. And all the stuff that's coming out, these celebrities dying, the stupidity that's continuing, and, with ICE doing their thing, and people expecting us, melanin dominant people or copper colored people, to jump in and help them, that's the most insane thing to me. They're expecting our support. Wow, really? I could go into why, but you should know why that's not a good idea, that you should stand back and mind your business. And I said what I said. I said what I said. Because there's so many examples that I can give where a certain ethnic group were against us. Totally against us. All right. Remember, I'm still militant. I may be an occultist. I may be a sorcerer. I'm still militant. I'm still about people who look like me. No matter how hard-headed they may be or how under a spell they may be, I'm still about us. I just can't help it. I'm just wired that way. You know what I'm saying? I remember a couple different times during my lifetime where we say, damn, this is crazy times. This is what a time to be. This is the craziest time that I've ever seen. All right? This is the craziest time. And it's just getting worse. And we are in year 6, y'all. Remember, they had a 10-year plan. We're in year 6. All right? Take what you will. What I presented today, it wasn't much, but it was something that needed to be said. This is getting just so much worse, y'all. One more thing. This comes from Cosmic Comics, Volume 2, from Azazel Bay. He says something here I think y'all should pay attention to. I'll just show it real fast. I almost forgot it. Look what he says there. Governments will use whatever technology is available to them to combat their primary enemy, their own population. Hundreds of billions of dollars are spent every year to control the public mind. Corporations, organizations, and stores have their own mind control programs. Mind control is now commercial. Noam Chomsky. All right? Just think about that. Billions, not millions, but billions. Billions of dollars are spent every single year on marketing. Billions. Okay? There's a quote, too. Even if you don't believe in the spiritual technology that I'll be trying to tell y'all to do, or astrology, there's a quote that millionaires don't use astrology, but billionaires do. I'm the one, the only, the mystical, magical, sometimes hilarious, the diabolical Magick LaCroix. See y'all back here Friday. All right? Y'all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the times that we're living in, y'all. Enjoy the times. I'll see y'all next time. As I greet you in peace as always. Namaste. Peace, y'all.